You're watching the FirearmsChannel.com.
Hi, I'm Max Martin for the Firearms Channel here inside the new Shooters World location at Peoria, Arizona. And with me is Phil Roux. Phil, you're the CEO for Shooters World. How are you doing today?
Hey, very good. Thank you very much.
Well, one of the things that we're here to do, Phil, is, and I appreciate you being a guest reviewer, is talk a little bit about the gun that's in your hand right now, which is the FNX-9. And it is a semi-auto polymer frame center-fired pistol manufactured by FNH USA, and that means made in the USA. You had it on the range. What do you think?
Here at Shooters World, we love the FN product. We've had FN handguns in here for the last few years and have had great success with them. I own a few myself, so when you said you were bringing an FNX in, it's kind of like bringing a relative of mine in. Very familiar with this handgun, and it is probably one of the most talked about handguns in our advanced firearms courses because of the features that are available on this handgun. We always bring it up in our class. The key thing on the FN is if you compare the FN handgun to other handguns that are offered in any gun shop America, this particular handgun, if you are dealing with a right-handed shooter, left-handed shooter, or someone who is really becoming tactically proficient with their handgun, they're going to alternate between left and right hand. The FNX, the old FNP, the new FNS, they all feature the multi-controls on both sides. So for our advanced shooters, they love this because if you transition from your right hand to left hand, you have full controls on both sides of the gun. So we don't have any other handgun in our cabinet behind us that has these features. Mm-hmm. So in our advanced classes, we bring up the different features of different guns out there for different people to use, and the FNX is always mentioned because of its design features.
Now, we're talking about the design features, and you've had these particular type pistols. Speak to me a little bit about the durability and the quality.
Durability.
What's been your experience?
If you want to know how well a gun holds up, whether it's a long gun, shotgun, handgun, put it on a rental counter for 6 months. The guns over there get rented hundreds of times a year. And so it's real easy to track to see how well it holds up. The FN product, we haven't had any issues with any of their handguns, from the older FNPs all the way up to the 5.7x2.8s. No issues whatsoever on the firearms. So durability, I'd have to give them an A++ if that's a possible rating, because we just haven't had any issues at all with their handguns.
What about when you get it out on the range and you shoot it? Talk about accuracy.
Accuracy, yeah, it's a fantastic handgun to shoot. Again, I own a couple of them myself for that reason. The accuracy of the FN pistols is phenomenal. This particular FNX, because it comes with 4 different actual backstrap pieces, you and I were talking about that earlier about which ones we prefer, personally. But you can actually customize the fit of the handgun to any shooter, from a smaller female all the way up to a big burly guy who's got big old hands. You can fit this gun to anybody, and because your hand fits so well, and the actual slide sits low in the hand, the felt recoil on this handgun is extremely low.
Now, talk to me a little bit about maintenance and care for this particular pistol.
It just seems like when they designed this handgun, they wanted it to be as user-friendly as possible for all of us folks out there buying them. So to actually take this firearm apart, if you're starting from this condition right here, you would just simply lock the slide back, flip the takedown lever off, and take the top slide off. You now have full access to the lower receiver and the upper slide. Very, very simple to do that. And as far as durability, one of the reasons I like the FN product is when you're looking at how they design the anything that could be basically worn out, it's replaceable. So the slide rails are all replaceable, versus some of the other manufacturers, they take their slide rails and they're molded into the receiver. So if there is an issue with their rails from wear or some type of defect, you have to literally send the entire firearm back to the manufacturer to be fixed. Whereas with FN, you can simply take it to a gunsmith and have these pieces replaced. Very simple to do. Very easy to clean that. Very easy to maintain the slide. And if you feel this slide, you can tell that it is carved out of a nice big chunk of stainless steel. Extremely durable, and it's got some serious girth to it, and you can tell that this was designed to hold up over thousands and thousands of rounds and years of use.
So the specs on the FNH USA FNX-9 RS follows. Capacity is 17+1, polymer frame, stainless steel slide, 4-inch barrel. The weight is 21.9 ounces, and it has an MSRP of $699. Hey, Phil, tell me a little bit about why this particular gun is one that you mention behind the counter and in your advanced training classes.
Well, because it fits, one, from the sales counter, it fits so many people. I can sell this to a brand new shooter, an advanced shooter, elderly shooter, anybody, because we can customize it to fit their needs, and because it's the right hand, left hand capability of it. It's one of the only few handguns we have with those features. And if you have someone that comes to your sales counter who is a diehard, carrying cocked and locked, this particular handgun has that option. You can carry it cocked and locked like the old 1911s. Mm-hmm. So you basically go from this position to firing it single action. Or you can carry it, use this as the decocker and carry it with safety on. So customers that come in that have to have a firearm with a designated safety just to make them feel good, or maybe they're working for a security company that requires that the handgun has a side safety, mm-hmm. The FN product meets those requirements. Now, the reason, again, that we bring it up in a training environment is because we will have folks that come in students that come in that love their single action 1911s, mm-hmm. or they like their double action single action. And again, you can set this firearm up any way you want to carry it. There you go. You're carrying it just like a 1911, so you can go single action. If you've got a student that prefers to carry it in a safe position, there's literally no end to how you can set this up for someone. But it fits more customers' needs than basically any of our other handguns.
And for the price, you can't beat it.
For the price, you can't beat it. And again, you got 9mm, 40 and 45 capability. The 45s are available in a tactical version with a threaded barrel. There's literally nothing you can't do with this. I mean, it has the rail system, so you can add the light, customize it to anybody's hand size and left and right capabilities. So it's probably one of the most well-rounded handguns that we offer here at Shooters World.
Thank you so much, Phil Roux, CEO for Shooters World. For the Firearms Channel, I'm Max Martin. Thanks for watching.
You're watching the FirearmsChannel.com.